I'm Ken Goldberg. I'm the CEO of Real Digital Media. I'm here at DSE 2016, and we're here for our 13th year. So excited to be back in Vegas with the team from Expo Nation and seeing everything that's new and seeing all the new end users that are here this year. It's been terrific. I think perhaps the biggest technology trend that I'm seeing is displays becoming as relevant as content. Display formats, and there's so many new things and lots of innovation in displays, which is really exciting to see. So we're seeing small screens, super large screens. We're seeing LEDs with smaller and smaller pixel pitches that make the pictures sharper and sharper. Lots of competition there. It's going to start to bring prices down. I've been telling people I think that in 3 to 5 years, video walls as we know them today will be gone. They'll be completely replaced by LEDs, which is kind of exciting. There's also OLEDs, organic LEDs, which you see on your cell phone. Now that's coming to normal displays. It's a little bit of a price story right now, but incredibly thin, flexible OLED displays, transparent OLED displays, all new use cases that come to light when you see this kind of innovation. And over time, as production goes up and pricing comes down, you're going to see lots and lots of content and application innovation using that. There's also transparent displays. That's something we're showing in our booth with our customers, Anthony Doors, who do the iDoor on cooler doors using a transparent display where you can put videos of the product that's behind the door right next to the product. So it's really cool, and we're talking about all kinds of extensions of that technology with them and with the specific iDoor product. So that's cool. So again, displays, hot, lots of innovation, lots of new things to see. In addition to iDoor, what we've shown in our booth this year are all-in-one displays, ranging from 10 inches up to actually 50 inches now, with a computer board built in that runs the same software on our normal media players. And what's cool about that is that people can get them painted and branded, so that everything isn't a black bezel with a brand on it. It's your brand, your color, and your size for your application. And it's getting a lot of response as it has in the past. We're advancing that product with our partner there. Instead of having the board embedded in the case of the screen, we're actually going to integrate a very, very small form factor Linux-based player so that can be serviced, snapped in, snapped out, sort of like a snap-in board, except it's a snap-in player. But what we're seeing in addition to product is innovation through service. So we've been working hard building a partner ecosystem of services. We provide some services ourselves, but for larger customers, we work with partners on certain services like NOC-based services for content management, trafficking, monitoring of players, break fix, dispatch, help desk, those types of services, and of course deployment is very important, especially on large-scale opportunities. So we think that building that ecosystem of partners and coming up with a solution, it takes it a notch above just partnering. It's how is the solution put together and delivered and supported over time? And I think people are responding to that as well. I think the advice that I would give someone who's new is to make sure that they come understanding what they're trying to achieve in their network. And that starts with content and objectives. So if you know what you want to achieve with the endpoint of the network, you can build a content strategy. From there, you can start to understand what pieces of technology you need to make those objectives come to life. So if you start with the technology and back into the objectives, you're probably going to have a problem. Now, it's very easy to walk into this wonderful expo and you're overwhelmed with lots and lots of technology. You need to come armed with questions. You need to come armed with facts, and you need to shop a little bit. And it's very easy to suffer from what I call shiny object syndrome when you come in here, because everything's shiny, everything's exciting, and people are really jazzed to talk to you. You should come armed with questions and facts, and always ask, where have you done something like this before? Because if they're doing it for the first time and you're doing it for the first time, you may have a problem. Obviously, the objective of digital signage content and messaging is engagement. So what makes it effective is being relevant. So understanding where you are environmentally, who you're talking to demographically, what matters, what is around you, all plays into relevance. And so one of the things that you're going to see happen, and it's started to happen already, is using triggers to make content more relevant. And those triggers could range from a number of different places. It could come from POS data in a retailer. It could come from a pressure plate on a QSR drive-through. It could come from the weather outside. It could come from scanning social media to know what's trending. Lots and lots of different trigger points. And then understanding that if I see this happen, this is what I want to play. Another great example is AVA, Anonymous Video Analytics, came to this industry as a measurement tool. I think it has a great future as a trigger point, meaning if I understand who's standing in front of the screen, demographically, gender-wise, age-wise, I can suggest or generate content that's more relevant to that group than what might have been in a pre-planned presentation. So that's where relevance is going, and I think there's people who are showing some of it here. It's kind of first gen, a lot of people working on it, we're working on it, and the more you can make it rules-based and campaign-based, the more valuable it will be to more people. I still think, I always give the same answer to a question like that, which is I still think education is critically important. We've come a long way. I'm proud to be part of the Digital Signage Federation, where education is a prime charter of what we do, but there's always room for more. But the level of user knowledge, especially those first-timers to the show, what they know, the questions they ask is always rising. It can always get better. I always borrow the phrase from Cy Sims of retail fame, who said an educated consumer was his best customer. And we feel the same way. And I think that applies to everybody here. When you can skip the basics and start talking at the intermediate or expert level with a prospect, it's just so much more engaging on both sides of the equation, and you can get to the real crux of the matter quickly. So education continues to be, to me, not an obstacle, but we just have to keep raising the bar. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the DSF since it was founded here 6 years ago in Las Vegas. And last year I served as chairman, and last night at the Apex Awards I was honored with the Legacy Award. I got a green jacket, not the way I always dreamed of getting a green jacket, but I got a green jacket. And that was designed by Kim Saruvi, my immediate predecessor on the board. And what we try to do at the board level, at the chairperson level, is that each person have a legacy project. Mine was to expand our presence into Europe with the alliance we've created with DSF Europe, formerly known as OVAB Europe, which I'm really proud of and we'll talk about later. My successor was Randy Dearborn of MGM. So it's gone from a vendor type to an end user, which is great, and we try to do that as well so that the board and the executive committee doesn't get overweighted with vendors or end users, and we keep that perspective nice and balanced. So what we try to do is, as a group, is to create committees. All work gets done by volunteers at the committee level. We have a great professional staff led by Brian Gorg and the Colleague Gorg Group. Jerry Wolf on the marketing side. We're so lucky to have them, and we've come such a long way. I get a little choked up about it because from nothing, we have hundreds and hundreds of members. The level of activity is high. We're expanding into Europe, and we're so excited to help Dirk and his team build membership there and share the information that they have there with our members here and vice versa. This is where it happens. Everybody is here. If you're part of this industry, you're here. If this is the only show that's completely focused on digital signage. It's not necessarily a vertical show. A lot of folks go to the different vertical shows that they focus on, but this is about digital signage. And so a lot of the people who understand digital signage as end users or who need to understand digital signage as end users, this is the place they come. So you've got the newbies, if you will, you've got the veterans, you've got changeover occurring, you've got generational shifts in technology happening. So this is the pulse where it all happens. And we're still a small community, and most of us are friends, or at least nod hello type of friends. But a lot of us genuinely care about each other and respect each other, even competitors. And so it's a great community with genuinely good people in it. So it's a fun time to be here, and it is a can't miss for us. Digital Signage Expo, simply amazing.